Hey guys, this is me and George. We just played one of our kadoban games, which we will now share with you. This is third game. If I win, we go to 2 stones. And most of you know we do this. Uh, and when I get him to 4 stones, instead of playing that and continuing, it just means his game's out of whack. So we get his game back in, go to even. And at that time, like in this session, 3 games ago, he won because he's got his game back. So it's kind of a fun series we do. Okay, I'm white. So notice if he plays here and I play the unfinished corner, I'm playing in enemy territory, so to speak. The right side's where the black stones are. Here, if I do it, which I did, I'm playing in friendly territory. So this is less common. On the other hand, if I play in the bigger empty corner, then he gets a shamari facing in the correct direction. So this is an age-old conversation where it should be. But I hit it right away. And of course, I'm looking to have this sort of situation. He could end that, but then I get this. So I think he's correct to play in the upper left. Okay, we're all on track here, George?
Yep.
Okay. So I play my deal. There's times where black really wants Sente here. I don't particularly think this is one of those times, but if you do want Sente, white should play one more time, and now black's alive. Can take his Sente and then live. He can also take Sente again, and now he's alive in Ko, but that's one long conversation. Okay, play here. Makes sense. Now, when I think about this move, I'm not facing in a particularly good direction, so everything seems fine. I very much want Sente here. And now I'm picturing the bottom, right? And all of a sudden it dawns on me, well, if I do this, and then I do this, let's just kind of play it out here. I mean, see the wall I'm building? So I'm kind of trying to develop this picture. George says, yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to stop that right now. If I simply live locally and now have Sente, then I'm not too concerned. Did I get that right, George?
Yeah, I didn't want to push at b7 because I didn't see the Hanes being big for me, and I didn't see the drop down at b7 being big for you.
So I think this is bad because at the moment, you can simply live on the bottom or run out or something. But the moment you give me thickness, it becomes difficult for you. So I don't think we should be giving white thickness on the bottom. I would play this. As white, I'm going to respond here, knowing it's Gote. Because if I don't respond, this just works. I can't kill it. And that's a big cut. So I would respond and then some sort of either life or reduction.
Yeah.
But this I was happy to see. I'm like, well, now he's not going to live inside. And you said, you're right, therefore I should reduce. Makes sense. Problem is, it's pretty big. And that's a real cut. The ladder doesn't work because of this. So I'm getting a great bottom area, and you have this cut that's hard to work with. So it's awkward little situation. So maybe just do your reduction and give that to white. I mean, it's not that big.
Hmm.
You went here, makes sense. If this move works, it's generally better. Problem is, these cuts are kind of uncomfortable for me. So I play the strong way. You have a bunch of cuts here. You need to fix these cuts. And it's still Sente. That's a big difference. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So coming down Sente rather than Gote. That is a huge difference. You come up leaving all the cuts. Now, if I could read George's mind, he's thinking, yeah, but white can't do anything because of. It's like, no, I can do everything. There's nothing that works for you immediately. So I just kill. You try this and then realize that's not working, so you go the other way.
I knew it wasn't working, but I thought I'm getting more RG in. So I'm sacrificing 3 rather than 2.
I see. Because this way, you're saying there's no cutting potential?
Yeah, there's
And
less
this way there
RG.
is cutting potential.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, did you notice much later in the game you could have killed me? Maybe you didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I go, oh my God, he could have just won the game. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad he didn't play it. So I fixed.
Wow.
We'll get there.
Wow.
Okay. So I don't see any cut. So I cut you. And since you have cuts, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Here.
What do you think about that move?
Well, it gives me this in Sente, and then I fix. I think it's better to just don't give that to me. As a matter of fact, if you're interested in defense, then probably this way. Now
Yeah.
that's going to be hard to surround. Yeah, I get this in, but there's no cut anyway. Yeah, this would be better for sure. There's the Atari, extend, Hane. A lot of choices. Maybe I actually want to look at it here. It used to be amazing to me that, like when I was 4-dan, I would fix. And then when I went to 5-dan, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I can fix in so many ways. And to realize I could choose a way to fix that helped me in the future. I just thought that was amazing. And I started, and here it's a perfect example. This is great for running. That didn't mean anything to anyone but me, but there you go. Atari and fix. Out. There's probably a chance of living here. But this one, I've got 5 in a row. It's actually 4 in a row. As soon as you play this, well, now it's 4 in a row.
I guess this way of playing is dangerous for me, right? Because I'm saying that I'm going to live. And if I'm not going to live, then I should probably resign the game. But I'm giving you so much on the outside.
Yeah. So maybe now's the time to start your life. If I say, oh, he didn't get to play that. Well, I'm not going to play that. So it's still there for you if you need it.
True. Yeah.
If I make a normal kind of move, you're going to have a lot of forcing moves here. So I tucked it in to be really strong so I could easily fight next to your thickness. On a cut. So when I do this, I'm willing to give up the 2 A stones.
Yeah.
And just kill the bottom. I figured, and it's going to be hard for you to kill the A stones anyway.
For some strange reason, I thought that if I killed the 8 stones, then I was connecting up my groups.
So I fix here. I thought there was a chance I made an error here, because if you Atari and here threatening the ladder, and then here, I hadn't read it out, but I'm like, this is getting a little scary. I mean, because you can also play here. Getting a little scary. So this white move, I was really glad to get in.
Yeah.
Cut, fix, and here. We see later this problem. So we can see this black shape has weakness, so this fits better, and it's just a better move anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I figure my center's good, so play this. If I think the right, let's say you have an extra move here. I think the right's now bigger. I'd probably bring it into here, which is like, I get more in the corner, you get less on the side. Well, I get the same amount, but it's just a little smaller for you. I'm just saying that sometimes instead of 3, we tuck it in 1 to remove the right more.
And this might appear to some like you're kind of giving me the right. Why not play, for example, R14 instead and come in?
Yeah. Well, the answer is habit, and just something that once I learned it, I do it all the time. But it's totally worth the explanation. So let's just finish up the basic Joseki here. Okay, so we take your area, and the first thing we do is take away white's profit, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We take away 10 points. Well, if you take away 10 points from the right, because to make it equal, it's not that big. That's why I just hit the 3-3. Even he gives the whole area, it's just not that big because we have to take 10 points out of it.
Yeah. And it's also going the easy way, right? Because if you come in, you might well be
you're going to get benched and all this. Yeah. And of course, it doesn't hurt that I have an A stone here ready to come in, and the cut at B actually works. In fact, the cut at B is kind of nasty. Okay. You go here. Boom. Boom. Tari and fix. Once. Yeah, pretty weak. You look like you're feeling desperate, so you're like trying to lean harder. That's pretty weak.
Yeah. I guess at this point, I felt like I had nothing to lose.
Right.
So I just kind of went for it.
You fix. I get my sente. We can see this now. Atari.
Yeah.
Atari.
Oh.
I'm dead. And I'm not seeing it all. So I play here, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, this is not Sente. You're not an Atari. You can kill me now. Oh my God, I hope he hasn't seen it. Has he just set me up? There it is. Oh, thank goodness. And I fix. I couldn't believe I had left that. I had read it out. Oh, I've already read it out. It doesn't work for him. That's not a problem. It was just this shallow read that meant nothing.
I think that's what I read as well.
Yeah. I fix. You play here. It's unnecessary. You can just play here. I'm dead.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I get a nice move in.
Mm.
Get my value. Got to get safe. I'm not alive yet. And it's going to take a while to kill your group on the bottom. So I need at least a lot of liberties, hopefully life. And this gives me life. Come in. This is a fun little thing. You're saying, yeah, go ahead and take my stone. I expected you to fight there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
a
lot of chance of it meaning anything.
Yeah.
And then I'm expecting this. But you played the strong way, which is, probably best. It's just giving me a lot. And that's where you resigned. That's when we started talking about it. And I mentioned first, if I play here, I asked him what do you do? He said, well, probably I have to fix. At which point, this is pretty nasty. Looks like it just absolutely works. Then I pointed out that actually, if he fixes and I take, he's still not alive. Oh, he has to fix what, like here. So white's still not alive. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Viewers, hopefully that was enjoyable and maybe you'll learn something. Okay, guys, see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.